One of 3 men killed by police in St. Catherine identified. The police have identified one of the 3 men who were fatally shot in separate incidents involving the police in St. Catherine on Friday. He is Rory Foster, also known as Tough 34, of Central Way, Silverstone, St. Catherine. The police say about 11 a.m. they were on an intelligence-driven operation in Rosemount when they were challenged by Foster, who was armed with a handgun. The police reportedly took evasive action, and Foster was shot and injured, and a 9mm pistol affixed with a magazine containing 6 rounds of ammunition seized from him. That incident followed the fatal injury of 2 unidentified men in the White House housing scheme in Newarton, St. Catherine. The police reportedly went into the community about 4:30 a.m. and were allegedly challenged by men who were shot and injured. The police allegedly seized a Smith & Wesson pistol affixed with a magazine containing 1 round. All the injured men were taken to the Linstead Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. Meanwhile, head of the St. Catherine North Police Division Superintendent Hopton Nicholson says the coordinated operations were aimed at capturing wanted persons and seizing drugs, illegal weapons, and ammunition within Zone 2 of the division. St. Anne police arrest man in relation to murder of elderly woman in Salem. The St. Anne police have arrested a man in relation to the murder of an elderly woman in Salem. The woman's identity has not been released. Reports are that about 7:30 a.m., the police were called to a house in Back Street, Salem, where the woman was found lying face down in a pool of blood on a bed. She had what appeared to be chop wounds to the back of the head. The woman was taken to hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Residents of the community have expressed shock at the gruesome murder. They claim that the accused was recently deported and is believed to be mentally challenged. Father charged with negligence after son brings licensed gun to school. The father of a 13-year-old boy who brought his licensed gun to school in his backpack reportedly by mistake has been charged with negligent loss of a firearm. The 63-year-old Erwin Meadows St. James resident is also charged with failure to properly secure a firearm. According to reports from the Lucy police, around 8:30 a.m. on Monday, December 9, the boy was searched at his school in Hanover, and a Glock pistol with magazine containing 11 9mm rounds was found in his bag. The police were summoned, and following investigations, it was revealed that the firearm belonged to the child's father. The police said the man was interviewed and reportedly told detectives that he had placed the firearm in his son's bag by mistake. He was charged after giving a caution statement in the presence of his attorney. His court date is being finalized. Campion College student who died after being hit by a goalpost laid to rest. An academically gifted, well-rounded, and God-fearing child, that's how many describe young Rashard Richards at his funeral. The 13-year-old second-form student of Campion College died after being hit by a goalpost during a rugby practice session at the school in October. He was laid to rest at the family plot in Minard Hill, Brownstown, following the homegoing service at the church, the Salem New Testament Church of God in Runaway Bay, St. Anne. Several tributes were given by representatives of the church, Campion College, Colobus Prep, Northeast Regional Health Authority, Runaway Bay Community Pharmacy, and the Education Ministry. His godfather, Andrew Core, delivered the eulogy. Core outlined Rashard's love of family, God, and church, having been born in a Christian family and been baptized at the age of 10. He also noted Richard's achievements in school, excelling in many subjects with grades ranging from 90 to 99%, as well as his helpfulness in tutoring his friends so much that they gave him the nickname Professor. He spoke about Richard's love of sports, particularly football.
Rashard would move on to Campion College, and there his academic excellence continued. The transition was not smooth, however, as he had to adjust to life in a new school, in a new city, living with Uncle Roosevelt and Auntie Andrea. His mother would remind him in their nightly phone calls of his mantra, which he had on a poster in his room: "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Despite the challenges adjusting, with the help of the support system around him, Rashard placed third in his class in the first term, with an average of 94%. He became settled at Campion, and in his second term, he placed second with an average of 96%, and his final term, fourth, with an average of 94%. Excellence was his standard. He was on the first honors list for all 3 terms. He was always aiming for excellence in everything that he did, and he took this attitude with him in his love for sports. At Columbus, he participated in karate and athletics, but at Campion, he fell in love with rugby. He ordered a ball, a jacket, and a bag with his initials, RAR. Rugby brought him joy. His Uncle Roosevelt described how he would be up late at night just bouncing his rugby ball off the wall. He would take every opportunity to teach his father and family members the latest rugby techniques. He was also a lover of football. Rashard was generally quiet and reserved, but his Aunt Andrea recounts that he would often be on the phone talking about football with his friends, sometimes late at night. It was one of the ways in which he bonded with his friends. Generally, he enjoyed spending time with his friends and his cousins.
Trade unionist opposition senator tables private members' motion that seeks to end abuse of fixed-term employment contracts. Trade unionist and opposition senator Lambert Brown has tabled a private member's motion in the Senate that seeks to end the abuse of fixed-term contracts of employment by some companies. Speaking in the Senate, Mr. Brown noted that the recent industrial action taken by hundreds of hotel workers once again brings to light the oppressive nature of fixed-term contracts. He said the issue of contract abuse exists in several sectors, not only tourism. Senator Brown said action must be taken to address the contract issue because it is undermining good industrial relations.
Be it resolved that the Senate expresses its abhorrence to the abuse of the fixed-term contract by some employers in Jamaica, and be it further resolved that the Senate calls on the government to immediately review the relevant laws with the aim of protecting Jamaican workers from such oppressive contracts. And be it further resolved that the Senate appoints a select committee to consider and recommend possible legislative approaches to eliminate the abuse of the contract work device as a means of denying workers the full range of employment-related rights and job security to which they should be legally entitled.
St. James Police target violin producers for Christmas. The police in St. James are pushing to crack down on violin producers as part of its Christmas security initiative. The police chief for the parish, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, outlined the plan while speaking at the Monte Council meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation last Thursday. We started a major operation last Thursday, dubbed Operation Reassure. Basically, we are headed into the Christmas season and wanted to ensure that we impact all the hotspots within the division, looking for wanted persons, persons of interest, and searching for weapons, he said about the initiative. Following the announcement, he told reporters that the initiative is to ensure residents and visitors feel safe as they go about their business. The operation today seeks to just reassure citizens that we are there heading into the Christmas season, where we are seeking to cover all our bases during this time, he noted. We are ensuring that the space is safe for persons who are shopping, persons who are moving about. We have quite a few persons coming back for the holidays, and we want to ensure that they have a safe environment, he continued. The superintendent also highlighted that the police will be looking at how best to treat with the expected uptick in entertainment events that are expected during the period. We will, as best as possible, try to facilitate entertainment activities that are put forward, noting that we will look at the security concerns around these events and also, as best as possible, our ability to police these events, he explained. Going forward, we're just going to be asking persons just to work with the police as we continue to try to ensure that we create a safer environment for everyone, he added. He also pointed out that there should be a boost in terms of the number of traffic police to help deal with the flow of motor vehicles that has already been impacting the city. Our deployment has increased in terms of general road policing within the township, within the space. For the traffic, we are awaiting an additional influx of traffic officers from High Command that would help to augment, but nonetheless, we are trying to have a contingency plan to ensure that we have a smooth flow of traffic throughout the Christmas season, he noted. Our main aim is to ensure that persons can move around and enjoy themselves while being safe. So, we will be out there in our numbers right into the new year, ensuring that the streets of St. James are safe, he declared. In the meantime, he also highlighted some gains that have been made by the security forces in relation to a reduction in murders in the parish. Our operational activities so far this year and our general policing have yielded some amount of result. We are now at 34% less murders than last year, which amount to 63 less murders across the parish of St. James, he told the monthly council meeting. However, he was quick to point out that they are looking to continue the trend in the new year and beyond with the hope of removing an unwanted tackle for the parish. We are still not where we want to be. We want to see if we can in 2025 have a sub 100 year, and that's the aim of the division, he noted. We want to ensure that we bring St. James out of the title of most violent parish and see if we can ensure that we see some gains and reduce all violent crimes that we have in St. James, Samuel stated. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.